Hi again to my channel, and this one is going to be the third cookie video, and today it's a Keto Crinkle Cut Cookies. So as I say, this is the third one. I hope you're not getting fed up with these biscuits or cookies that I keep making. I'm trying to vary the recipe. This one, as I say, is Keto Crinkle Cookies. I've never been able to actually make these cookies crinkle, but however, they are very, very nice. And the main constituent of the cookie is almond flour and also cocoa powder. So they are a kind of chocolate tasting cookie. And they're very nice, as I say. There's no chocolate chip in these. You could add them if you wanted, I guess. They have maple syrup and they have vanilla extract in to give them some flavour. I am using sweetener, so as usual, I'm keeping the sugar away, but you can add your sugar in if you want to. And we're going to go now into the kitchen and we'll start to make these cookies up, see how it goes. So as always, I'm going to run through what we've got here, and I'll also bring up on the screen the ingredients and the measurements for all of this. So we have our coconut extract here. And we have our almond flour here. So let's check these measurements out. So the coconut extract, that is 2 tablespoonfuls. The almond flour is 155 grams. Our sweetener here is 50 grams of sweetener. Our coconut, no, not our coconut, our chocolate powder, and I'm using green and blacks. Well, you can use any cocoa powder you want, but I prefer the green and blacks. It's got no real added sugar in there. It's pretty good. So 30 grams of cocoa powder, a teaspoon of, or half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 large egg, vanilla extract, I think that's a teaspoon, and the maple syrup, it says 60 mils. So that's our ingredients for the Keto Crinkle Cut Cookies. So let's start to make this up. So the first instruction is for us to mix up all of the dry ingredients. So our almond flour goes in there, our sweetener or sugar, our cocoa powder, and that's really what's going to make it very, very dark. Our baking powder and our 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're just going to mix that up together. It can't get any easier than this, can it? It really can't. I've found that I've made these a couple of times now, and I found with the flour is that sometimes you get with almond flour and the coconut quite large bits in there that have kind of, I don't know, they just need breaking up. And I probably will just go in with my fingers actually before I add in the wet contents to make sure that this is thoroughly mixed. You could, I guess, you could push this through a sieve. That might not be a bad idea. But they seem to turn out okay anyway. That's all of our dry ingredients mixed. So now it's time to add in the wet ingredients. So I'm going to add an egg in here, a large egg it says. I'm assuming I've got large eggs. I'm not in charge of buying eggs, but I assume that's what it is. I'm going to also add in the coconut oil, which I've put through the microwave just to well, just to melt it basically. It doesn't need much. So that's that in. We need some vanilla extract in there. So, a teaspoon. Hopefully, stay in focus, camera. Vanilla extract, and then we need 60 mils of, what I'm using is maple syrup. I'm using sugar-free maple syrup. You can use ordinary if you want. So 60, what's that? About that, I reckon. Now we got to mix it up. So excuse me while I mix. It's coming together. It's quite a crumbly mix. I'm gonna get another spoon here to clean stuff off. I'm gonna still give this a bit of an extra whip up here. I'm gonna get a fork out. No. So I've already put the oven on at 180. So that's warming up whilst I'm getting this mix ready. Try to thoroughly combine all of this. I think that's there. Right, let's get a tin out now and put some aluminium foil on and start to plate this up ready for the oven. Okay, so this is how I'm doing it. I've got one of these cookie scoops, a small one. So picking up a blob as such and putting it down, and that's how I'm measuring these, and then I'm just using my fingers to pat these down into a rough round shape. Let's do another one. So scoop it up, and my scooper's not working, or is it? I think the catch is on. Help! Oh, I just had a problem with my scooper, which I've had to fix. This is the first time I've used this, by the way. Okay, it's back working now. So I'm going to continue to set these out on the tray, and I'll be back once they're all done. Okay, here we are. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I've managed to get 15 cookies out of this mix, and I'm going to put them in the oven now for 10 minutes at 180. And because this is a new cooker, I'm going to really keep an eye on these, because it cooks, well, it cooks hotter, it would seem, the new cooker, than our one. So I would normally probably give this about 12 minutes, but yeah, 10 minutes for this. I think the cookie cutter has also produced these cookies in a smaller form, so that will probably mean that the cooking will be quicker as well. Let's see what these turn out like after 10 minutes. So they're going to go in now, and join me when they're cooked. Okay, here they are out of the oven, and they are sitting on the cooling tray. They don't rise very much, and they are quite crumbly. I had to give them another couple of minutes, I found. You need to take them out probably after 10 minutes and just give them a bit of a touch to see how soft they actually are. I find that with these biscuits, as with most of them really, they're best if they're left a day or so just to harden up and become biscuit like. So okay, so I'm going to just let these cool down, and then I'm going to do a taste test, and I'll probably do that the next day. So meet me back in the conservatory for the taste test. So it's been a day later. I've left my biscuits or my cookies for one day to harden up, and that's what they do really. So here we are. They kind of look a little bit different to what a normal biscuit might. They're quite crumbly in a way, but yes, it depends how long you cook them for really, and it's quite an exacting science, I think. I've had these before where they've been quite soft, and these ones this time round are a little bit more harder. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's just a matter of experimenting. So anyway, let's taste this one. Definitely biscuity rather than cakey. Not particularly soft inside, but still quite moist. Good taste. Can taste the coconut oil or the coconut flavour, as well as the maple syrup. That's quite nice. These are, I think, very good. And I think that may be the end of the cookie making for now anyway, unless I find something else that's interesting. So go and try this yourself, because they are very good, and they are easy to make. So yeah, have a go yourself. Right, that's it from me, and I wish you well, and you know, we're in the middle of COVID still, lockdown, and keep safe. So until next time, bye for now. Bye.